So here's the opportunity to open up the discussion and to return to some of the issues that we've been talking about in the afternoon. But I wanted to just give June an opportunity to, in a sense, give a perspective about is there more we could be doing to involve patients and their families in our efforts to improve hand hygiene?
First of all, thank you very much, Martin, and everybody else for the patient voice to this very important summit. It is very important to remember that all of us, we are all patients. We're all potential patients, whether we are now or not. And that we all expect safe, clean, quality care, whatever color, creed, religion, cultures. We're all there wanting a successful outcome to our care. We are the constant in this care equation. And we've heard about the alcohol gel, we've heard about approaches, we've heard quite a lot. But the patient's voice today is very, very important. We have first-hand experience of the care, particularly at point of care. Okay? We are your constant. We are there 24 hours a day if we are in a hospital situation. We can actually help you monitor and remind staff. And we can, we should really be working closely with staff to ensure that this is being taken forward. However, patients need to know that it's okay to ask. We need to know when to ask and how to ask as well. Often it does come up in an inappropriate way at times, when we are stressed. So it then actually affects the attitude and behaviors of staff too, hardworking staff who are also stressed as well with their workload. So we do understand that. But many at the moment do not actually have the courage to ask, or if they do ask, they do have an adversarial response. We are trying at the moment is to try and sort of work closely in partnership with staff so that we can actually make sure that patient outcomes, which is very important to staff as well as it is to patients, we are there working towards the same aim, and we are actually there, accepting that care. So we want to make sure that it's safe. We need to make sure that staff are actually provided with the help to accept reminders graciously so that they don't actually feel that we are questioning their professionalism. And most of us are quite scared, even as a professional myself. I was really scared to ask. And I had to actually brace myself. And even then, it was not a very good outcome. So I must say that for those poor patients who are vulnerable, elderly, it's even more difficult. So we need to be aware of that. We also need to make sure that I brought my own personal gels in. I could actually, in a way, challenge staff by saying, in a nice way, by saying, oh, here's a gel, you've forgotten, would you like to use it? So it may be that that's a way forward. And the feasibility study of the MPSA recently has actually shown that patients are more likely, 91% are more likely to ask staff to gel their hands or decontaminate their hands if they've got their own personal gels at their bedside. So different approaches are necessary to actually deal with this situation. The stroking, the encouragement, the support, and the listening to staff, as well as Judith Potter's penalties. But one thing is penalties.
They were examples.
But definitely we don't want to go down the road of Barry Cookson's scenario of Sopranos with the horse head in the bed. The most important here we need to be aware of is patient involvement is key. They're there 24 hours a day at the point of contact, and that's in any setting.
Okay, so an untapped resource, really.
Untapped resource.
Okay, I've got 2 minutes to try and wrap it all up and get you away on time. I think the first thing is to say thank you to our panel and our speakers for, I think, some great presentations, and thank you also as an audience who have really, I think, just thrown up some fantastic issues and been a very vibrant and engaged part of this afternoon. So congratulations and thank you to all. Thank you to the team behind the scenes who pulled this together, Catherine, Vivian and others who've done such a great job to make sure that the afternoon hangs together so well and works well as an afternoon workshop. And also, if I can just repeat the thank you to our sponsors, Braun, Deb, Ecolab, Gojo and Johnson Diversi, who have made this afternoon possible. And I think finally just to say that I think the point about perhaps needing to have a conversation with you about where do we go next in terms of some of this sort of national campaign-based approach. Is probably the take-home message for me, really. And I think we might go back and think about some ways that we can perhaps create some opportunities to get your feedback and input into that, because at the end of the day, what we're about is adding value to what you're doing, and I think it'd be very important, I think, to get your feedback, your ideas about what your needs are and where we can best add value to the work moving forward. So we'll certainly be coming back to you to get your ideas and feedback on that. So thank you again, and safe travel.